Head out and about. Rain will be moving into the area as well. You can see quite a bit of shower activity from Louisiana extending into the Ohio Valley. Now, the thing is, as this moves in our direction, it will weaken to a degree, so we're not going to be dealing with any widespread heavy rain, but there certainly will be showers around. And keep in mind, yesterday, this is the same system that brought damaging tornadoes to parts of eastern Texas and Oklahoma. Fortunately, we're not going to be dealing with any severe threat, just some gloomy skies for the first half of your day, and then a couple of showers around later on. But here's a look over downtown Chattanooga. About 15 minutes before sunrise. Not a whole lot of blue skies out there this morning. That's going to be the trend for most of the day. Temperatures starting off very mild. Typically this time of the year, we're starting in the 40s, but we're in the 60s. Feels more almost like a spring morning here across the Tennessee Valley, and we'll be back in the mid to upper 70s, topping out nearly at 80 degrees in Athens, 74 in Blue Ridge, 76 from Chattanooga down to Summerville. So another really warm day. It's also going to be quite windy. We have wind advisories for most of Middle Tennessee, including parts of our area, Grundy, Marion, Sequatchie, Bledsoe counties until 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. We could have gusts over 40 miles per hour in those areas. And here in the valley, we could even have gusts upwards of 35 miles per hour. Already seeing those winds pick up here along the Cumberland Plateau down into northeast Alabama, also into Murphy and Blue Ridge, where winds have been gusting out of the south upwards of 25 miles per hour. And again, as we go into the afternoon especially, that's when the winds are going to pick up upwards of 35 miles per hour in the valley. Higher elevations could see those gusts potentially over 45 to even 50 miles per hour. So if you have any loose lawn furniture or decorations out, you might want to bring those in or at least secure them as we go into the afternoon or before the afternoon hits, because that's when the winds, of course, are really going to pick up. And then as we take a look at your rain chances, again, as that system kind of moves in our direction, notice how these rain chances, they'll be there, but they're going to become a lot more spotty here in the Tennessee Valley. So some will see rain, some may not, but certainly not going to have any widespread heavy rain for us today. And then as we go into the overnight hours, a couple light showers possible, even extending into Sunday morning. And then as we go into Sunday afternoon, we'll try to get rid of some of that cloud cover with some sunshine peeking out. And Sunday, it is going to be very toasty. In fact, we could have temperatures nearly at 80 degrees. But here's a look at futurecast rainfall. Again, not all that impressive. In general, 1/10 of an inch to maybe 1/4 of an inch, with lesser amounts the further east you go into the valley. Again, this isn't going to be drought busting rain. Keep in mind, severe drought conditions are in place for much of southeastern Tennessee, so we could use the rain, but unfortunately we're not going to get a ton of it today. But the end of next week, we could have more rain due to the tropics. That's right, hurricane season doesn't end until November 30th, so this isn't a rare occurrence. We are watching this broad pressure, low pressure center just off the southeast coastline. This is going to try to form into something tropical and has about a 60% chance of doing so over the next 5 days. So we're going to watch this area closely. Could have impacts to the Tennessee Valley. Certainly will bring some rain to places like Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas going into the end of next week. So we're still watching the tropics. We'll keep you an eye on that and keep you updated as we move into next week. But the big story, again, going to be the heat for November. 80s. I mean, we're going to have multiple days nearing 80 degrees. Average this time of the year, 67. And we're going to be on a record watch, especially Sunday and Monday. Records could fall here in the Tennessee Valley. But as we move into the 8 to 14 day time frame, it does look like the pattern may flip a little bit, which means cooler temperatures, especially next weekend. So after we get through this warm stretch, much cooler temperatures could be in store as soon as next weekend. Angela?
Pretty good week for a warm stretch right there, Clay. We have, fallen back an hour, daylight saving time ending. We have Election Day on Tuesday. We have Veterans Day on Friday.